Hello, traders. Welcome to the Tesla earnings destruction and Google destruction. Google got wrecked too. This is what it looks like in after hours trading. Big red candle down 4.28%. So we're talking Tesla down 5.6% on the day. So really nasty. Tesla seeing its lowest price since April 14th. So over 3-month lows on Tesla. Excuse me, burping. My protein shake, all that. Just got done my workout. I'm wrecked, dude. Leg day. So yeah, just kind of devastating. But yeah, once they lost that level, it was just back to you cannot forms of insurance not wanting to own Tesla below 400, 414.50 due to the implications of what could happen. And it's ongoing right now and being catalyzed more so by earnings, even though it was already on the way. I mean, you already had a bearish back test. The lower highs, real tough. It's real tough, man. Like, just seeing all that. That's anytime we've analyzed Tesla, it's all about those levels. Bearish below them, cautious optimism. Let's talk about it above them. And yeah, sure enough, dumping. Hey, good news, I guess, nearing 886 from April's low to the May high, but I don't know, man. It's kind of bad. And you look at the weekly, that weekly M shape or that W shape, still resolving bearishly. Could be looking at 300 if things keep going this way, they're trending this way. So we want to measure from this low to high. Where are we? We hit a 50% retrace before rallying. Okay, so 618 is 324, 786, 277. 200-week moving average down there. Macro would probably have to be in a lot of trouble for that, but somehow they're holding on to the 28.6, 28.8 level for now. Nothing's really changed yet, though, quite yet. We'll look at the index funds, but real bad Tesla earnings report, and then SpaceX. What a nightmare that is. I can't even, that's like a wealth destroyer. If you own it at all, you're just getting ruined financially. And then we can look at Google real quick. It also reported down 3.68%. I don't know, you had this channel and they broke the channel, but that 200 was crazy, right? Like on the 4-hour. They just couldn't breach that 375 level. Confirmed it, rolled over, and then just again earnings coming out, and you're up against this 328.82 November 2025 inflection point. Trying to hold on to it after hours, but yeah, this thing down a lot, man, like 5% total on the day, like the move down today and also after hours. So real nasty after such an incredible run for such a long period of time. I mean, they could take this thing down to 290, 296, and you'd probably be at a decent area to be thinking about maybe strategizing, adding a position, because you got a big M shape that could complete down there, 886 from the low to high. But we'll see if we can get there. I think you would at this point. Those real bad earnings, so we'll see. That's kind of like your headlines of what happened, what's been happening since the close today, a couple hours ago. And Bitcoin held up. Nvda had a nice rally today. Remember Nvda? I mean, it did pull back off the highs, and they were about to break it, man. They were trying real hard. But my God, this structure is so beautiful on the 4-hour. Post trade setup on it yesterday. I mean, we lucked out on it being such a good day. Like day one after the trade setup posted, boom, up a lot. But yeah, just this is going to pull back a little bit, probably with Google pulling back. So hopefully it can thrive. I mean, again, all we're doing is we're looking for structures to conclude their development at key levels. And this is a textbook one. And an invalidation threshold would be probably below 195, 196 until that level gets broken. This is valid as an idea, but they have not confirmed this pattern yet, because to confirm a pattern, you must break it, to break the confirmation line, which would be this horizontal little white line right here, the neckline to 1250. We're breaching it for a little bit, but yeah, earnings came in and wrecked some other assets. So man, you just gotta wonder, like, dude, 8 months, and now, like, I mean, in a way, you can use your mind to see like one test, second test. Both these tests are substantially higher than the previous tests from March. They're holding on here. The good news about this is, you know, during earnings season, Nvidia doesn't participate. It is separate from earnings. It's August 26th, so plenty of time for this to resolve. You're just hoping the macro holds up. You're hoping this plays out and resolves the way it should, and that would propel the market higher, because this is the market driver right here. So I guess if you're an S&P 500 NASDAQ, bro, you want this to play out, and target would be all-time highs. 8 months, man. Bullish consolidation, and that's it. It's sat out all these different crazy runs. What's up, Robbie? What's up, K. Anderson? BGS. What's up, Echo Leaf? JC. JB. What's up, Dow Jones? Evan C. What's up, Nitten? What's up, Sig? What's up, Joshua? Hello, Lauren and Riskit and Shun and Chip Flipper's here. I think Chip Flipper was first. What's up, Brad TA? What's up, Amaga? Good to see y'all today. Wednesday. 3 training sessions in a row. Trying to just get back in the swing of it for a little bit, and it's been tough, man. My body is super wrecked. Add ticker name? What are you talking about? Ticker is extremely visible. You can see it, no doubt. Pause that, operator. What's up, dude? Oh, it's Mesogamma. It's the dragon. What's up, Rachel? What's up, Johnny? Hello, everyone that's in here watching. Done storm chasing? Yeah, it's done, dude. Season's done. The heat wave killed it. But there will always be next year. You know, it's crazy. I don't know if y'all know who Whistling Diesel is. He's like a huge YouTuber. I think he's like 5 million subs. Well, he like was there at the ranch, at Jake's ranch with us for the 4th, and you know, we filmed that content together, and we got to talking, and he was like thinking about buying like a military grade, like, Mesogamma is crazy. He's talking about military grade like tank kind of thing, that would actually be more professional and better than the Dominator. And like, I mean, I was like, dude, I'll go halvesies with you. I'll throw in, like, and so we might do that, might not, because he like wants to like hit the vortex. He's crazy, dude. I'm like, oh, I'm just happy to see them get real close. But yeah, he wants to get like bulletproof glass, tanks, vehicles, and storm chase. So I'm like, that sounds interesting. So who knows what the future will hold. We might do that. But oh, it'd be fun to do a live stream and do a crypto or Bitcoin or stock market analysis inside of a tornado for the first time ever. That'd be crazy. So anyway, yeah, Nvidia really sitting here like, wow, if this plays out, the market's going higher and Nvidia is going to all-time highs. Just think about it. Like, look what's happening on a chart that is eternally bearish if you flip it over. And the most recent discernible thing going on is like the momentum is shifting back into the hands of the sellers that already control this asset so much, right? So it's the opposite. It's like buyers are reassuming control of this asset, of the asset's momentum, right? With a perfect bullish back test of this little inflection zone that's undeniable. That's just like, if there was a God, we're going higher. Okay, going way higher soon. And I'm just hoping it's this pattern that ushers it all in. So we can say TA respected like crazy. I'm not sure what Mesogamma, you got anything to say, dude? Okay, enough to talk about Nvidia. It's beautiful, dude. I'm hyped on Nvidia. You hear me? Hyped on Nvidia with the spring back test. Big bullish engulfing candle today. Dude, I'm telling you, it might be time. And I was down a little bit after hours. That's due to Tesla and Google earnings slaughtering. So, okay. Above 195, golden, good asset to own. Above the 200 moving average, goes without saying. Incredible asset to own. Trend analysis, incredible asset to own long term. So, all right. That was just a big gainer today. That's what I wanted to look at it. So we can just real quick look at the Nasdaq futures real quick. They gapped it down, obviously. Thank you, earnings, for that. That was a big bullish engulfing candle yesterday to recapture really critical support, and not much went on today. It's kind of crazy that maybe the diamond demand line got recaptured and reconfirmed as support, but before you can even say any of that, earnings gapped this thing down. So the good news is, I guess, that gap's so small that they'll fill it for sure. I just hope that hey, whatever happens to Google and Tesla, it's not they're not breakaway gaps, meaning like the gaps will be temporarily open, and then eventually the buyers will push them to fill the gaps, and it won't be that big a deal. So hopefully that's the case, but we'll see. Still kind of in no man's land in terms of how are we doing here, like the 4 hour, so you can just kind of see without the bull count. Like you can like use your lens, your scope to look at the markets. Oh, we can be pattern recognizers. Oh, and then we can also say forget the pattern for a minute. Can make it kind of too busy, and we might overlook things if we're not looking at it just as a support resistance bro. I think it's good to respect patterns, look at patterns, but also to say forget the patterns for a second. Let's see how everything's looking just price action wise. And what we got going on, we do have a little bit of an issue lately since this W shape completed its development in mid-June, and it's been lower highs, it's in local lower lows ever since. And most recently, all we have is like maybe a sign of weakness here, which when you lose a support temporarily, it can be a sign of weakness in this context. And but we're above the level for now, so I guess you can just say, all right, until we fall right back below this 28,672 level, I guess we're okay. But you're just putting in possibly another lower high than previous highs before a meltdown below 28.7. So it is kind of like not your greatest spot to be in. But remember, we have seen in the past weird things happen. I remember this one. Anyone remember this? Where it seemed like we were so screwed. It was 3 falling peaks. And then the way it resolved was unbelievable the other way. Like the 3 falling peaks turned into this. So I just, it can look like everything's bad and then you get inverse resolution. So, but yeah, as it stands now, there's someone offloading their position on the NASDAQ with all these lower highs and now lower lows. And you could just be working on another lower high. And then which comes after that, the lower low, which would probably be a big technical breakdown. So that's where we're at here. It would require Nvidia individually going up absurdly to save this market. I think Nvidia is the key. It is the Nazal Gulb, or whatever you want to say it, the chosen one, the Anakin Skywalker of the market right now. And we just pray for that inverse head and shoulders to do its thing. No, not kings yet. We got to have an Ember Head and Shoulder to play out. You're speechless, bro. You'd be in this thing with us at some point. So, Meso Gamma, don't get wrecked. So that it's kind of a mixed bag here, man. Like locally, the price action is not what you're looking for. It's not good. Short-term little downtrend. I think maybe since June 30th. But we got hope, and it's Nvidia. So I pray that it plays out. We're screwed below 195. And if we never fall below 195, we're at all-time highs, and this thing resolves with us them holding, defending this level, and it's going way higher, which could be what happens, but we'll see. All right, let's go to the S&P real quick. Futures, where they're still holding on, man. It's still chopping like crazy. Good God, it's so much chop. Where he's trying to be like, I mean, the diamond's still there. They're still defending the diamond breakout, I guess. But yeah, you know, you can see like on the new day, they gapped it down. You're at the lows of day right now. And the 4 hour doesn't necessarily look like fantastic. Yeah, you just got like, I don't know, probably kind of just some problems here. You can see like the levels like 75.57, 75.81 is definitely like a zone, an inflection zone, and they're just not able to break it. And all these levels are lower than the all-time high, so it's just same kind of, it's like a little bit stronger of a spot than the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq's in a weaker position because the Nasdaq's back down, already flirting with the bottom of its little range. So yeah, doesn't really look great here. It looks like a bunch of failures. Like, oh, we did it. We're gonna kind of cooked, bro. Like, but here's the thing. Like, you're not completely cooked until buyers, I think, lose 74.39. This level that's been defended July 2nd, July 8th, July 17th.
I know this is chump change, but can you please look at Mr. My mark is 130. And STRC my mark is 100. What is it going to take to get there?
Bitcoin maybe over 74K. Yeah. Yeah, Bitcoin would have to, this would have to be a real breakout on Bitcoin, which it is a real for now because we're still just trading out of it. But we would need to see like something now. Like we would need to, look, they're trying to hold on to the 65.4 level. We'll get to Bitcoin in a sec. I was just finishing up on the S&P here. That doesn't really look great below this level. And you've had failed attempts, but it's not, you're not completely screwed until we lose 74.44. Then at that point, it's 73.45. And, you know, if that's happening, the Nasdaq's probably broken down, you know, below its trading range bottom. So, okay. Real quick, let me look at the Dow Jones. It's fine, you know, just in this crazy uptrend, just consolidating after an all-time high on the 7th of July of this month. And that's it. There's no structure, just uptrending and pulling back a little bit. And you got the Rust 2000 here that could be, I mean, it just depends if the rising wedge is real. Like if they're going to respect it, you could be going lower. This thing's been running, man, nonstop, and this is a pattern of slowing price contraction. But you know, at the same time, someone could be like, "Dude, don't worry about it. Look at this. Like if you're going anchoring wick to wick, one wick, second wick, you're just hitting the demand line right now. You have not broken out of it. You've not lost it. So, and this, you'd be like, oh, it's maybe more like the Dow Jones, like a channel. So I guess we could look at it like that for now. Still kind of a wedge, you know. But yeah, chopping around a few weeks now, and it's just been ugh. After one brief all-time high. Kind of reminds me of Bitcoin when Bitcoin made all-time highs. All All right, there's your index funds. Earnings August 26th for Nvidia. It's a while out, way out. Thank God, it's not part of earnings season. So anyway, your index funds. Let's go to Bitcoin real quick, man. People want to see it. I know, because it's finally doing something after, you know, like a year. But dude, I think like 1 year ago, 120. What's the date? 22nd. 1 year ago, chat. Year over year. We had a $120,000 Bitcoin right now. 365 days ago. $120,300. And in fact, that day, July 22nd, 2025, was a record close. It was the highest close in the history of Bitcoin a year ago today. Wow. Jesus chimes, I guess. Up in the chat, things were a lot different a year ago. That's for certain. And now we're down here. What's Bitcoin? I mean, legit, like 50%, right? Bitcoin down 45%.
Should I buy now, bro? Haha.
You could buy Nvidia. I mean, just have a stop loss below 195. One could. Not financial advice. I mean, like, I kind of like Nvidia a lot better than Bitcoin because Nvidia at least has a long-term uptrend behind it. Good context, good pattern. Bitcoin is in a very well-established downtrend. Even if it rips to 73K in a day, and it very well could. Like, if Bitcoin does run, it's gonna be violent, fast. You're gonna miss it if you're trying to chase it, and then it'll probably be done. Like, it'll hit the 200-day simple moving average and might up thrust through it a little bit, and then we'll probably be finished. And we'll probably roll over later. Like, that's probably the best you're gonna get on Bitcoin, unless a miracle happens. Clarity Act, and how's that gonna go? I don't know, dude. You just got to think you're still he just made your lowest low of the entire intermediate downtrend. But you do have that dragon. It's the dragon. I can't remember if I even have it saved somewhere. Let me see if it was like Bitstamp or something. I don't even think so. Bitstamp was like, this chart was cool because the candle low close from February and the wick test from late February, early and late. They back tested it successfully as support a few times, 1, 2, 3. And what I really like, so this is where your autism comes into play. That's good autism, is like this type of price action right here reminds me of late 2021. Let me try to show you here what I'm talking about right here. It is the exact inverse opposite type of price action, and to a level. Like where you had like 1, 2, 3 peaks, and I guess it looks better probably on like the 4 hour, maybe the 12 hour. I'm trying to show you here. It's crazy. Yeah, look how insane this is. Right here. Oh my God, dude. It was so beautiful. So glorious. Never forget the aggressive amounts of distribution we were seeing at this 58K level. Okay, that structure going inverse on Bitcoin right now. The low, lower low, like right, you hit the impulse already. Just a continuation, distribution continuation structure, and then just melted down after that. And in my opinion, what's just happened is the exact equal and opposite, where you have aggressive accumulation coming after a pretty big impulse up, 1 and 2 and 3, all correlating to an inflection point. And so it's like, man, if we're identifying the right structure here, like aggressive accumulation, reaccumulation. This thing's probably definitely going to 73K. The way it looks, just comparing structures, context, it's all, and look, dude, think about it. Huge downtrend, huge move down, one low, a second low, right? And then the other way around was how did this go back there? It was one high, a second high. Where's this thing? Yeah, dude, look, it was like one high, sell off, second high. Dude, it is the exact same thing. It's like a rerun and opposite. One peak, locally, a second peak that's lower than the first peak, or that higher than the first peak. And then the sell-off, the big sell-off, and then the aggressive distribution at inflection point. And what is the difference that we're looking at? The lower low slightly, and then the after that move, aggressive accumulation at a level. It's just like, wow, my brain is going crazy here. It's like, how could this not see 70 plus K? I think it might. Yeah, you should feel sus on it, because this market's horrible. Crypto's so bad, dude. But right now, like, it's the conditioning, I think, is complete. People are done. But like this, I'm comparing, like, you know, the analysis of 2021. It's the same situation, just inverse, right? This is right here. This is literally what we just looked at, right? The high, the higher high, and then the big sell off, and then the massive aggressive distribution at the key level, right? And then flip chart, and then go right back to it. And then it's like, wait a second, dude, you just looked at the exact same effing thing. Can we do it like this? I mean, almost like, okay, let's do this. We do this. And we do this. And then we just like, okay, this and this and this. And then we do the same thing. It's like, wait a second, it's the same thing. 63,588 and 64.9. Okay. Or is it to this level? Whatever, this level right here. However I had it a minute ago. Yeah, like it's like legit, and then you flip it and it's like, oh my god, dude, there is no difference. What the? Right, high, high, low, low, higher, high, higher, high, and then this. Do I feel like I'm going crazy right now? What the F? Then we can make it gray or whatever for memes. Okay, there you go. Sir, madam, like, what happens next is an absolute melt up. It's the same picture, Pam Beasley would say right now. The same picture. Anyway, all right, cool. Cool talk. So we can go Ethereum, I guess. Yeah. Remember, the whole reason why this is a little bit better is because the weekly is playing ball with us already. We already know. We got help from the weekly. We got that second low. We got the bullish divergence, severe bullish divergence on both oscillators. 200 week moving average recapture by the bullish engulfing candle. The bullish engulfing candle has already been confirmed with a follow through candle. Key supports recaptured. I remember, like, you just got so much behind you for this argument for 70 to 72K. Even if it fails, yeah, it sucks, dude. Ethereum's up against a big level, and I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna play out with a breakout. I mean, there's gonna be supply here. We know 1956 is a huge deal. It's been a target area ever since they back tested 1728. That we knew this was probably where it would end up if, like, they took it to the next resistance. Right, we're here, so it would require Bitcoin going higher for Ethereum to break this 1956 to 2043 level. So One thing that's kind of crazy, dude, is like what happened already. Like this is insane. Like they've kind of like already broken a resistance of some sort, whichever way you want to look at it. You want to anchor from the top, or you want to do this, okay? Whichever way, they broke it out. They back tested the breakout already on the low June 1st that week, you know. Or if you're just going to anchor it, oh, it's a dragon, okay? Whichever way, the wick candle closes, and a test here and a test here. Like you've already broken out no matter what supply line that goes back to 11 months ago. 11-month supply line broken for sure, whichever way you anchor the trend line. And more than anything is this key inflection point, 1728, bullish engulfing candle on the slightly lower low with a crazy amounts of bullish divergence on the oscillator. It's a dragon and the dragon. So yeah, you're going to get a red candle eventually, but patience. I think you'll probably be getting higher, and it's probably going to be because Bitcoin goes to $70,000+. So we got ourselves a very too much positivity with crypto. Dude, I'm not being positive, man. I'm just like, do you really want me to just lie to you? Do you want to be like, oh, it's so bearish still? Dude, I'm just showing you the technicals. Like, I'll never apologize for showing technicals. Like, it's just the way it is. And it's like, for the first time in an effing year, there's been something to talk about that happens to be maybe positive if you look at it. If you look at like buying and reversals to the upside as positive, that's on you, man. Like what if a short seller, a perma bear, they would be looking at that like negative. They wouldn't want the price to be going up, right? So it's like, it's how you gauge the scope of the markets. So to me, I don't see it as positive or negative. I just see it as there is definitely evidence that sellers are extremely exhausted on significant time scales. There's positive price action correlation to key levels, positive as in like buyers are recapturing key levels. They're reconfirming them as support. They're holding them. There are structures that might be implying there's some accumulation. Like, so anyway, Ethereum and whatever. Okay, dude. God forbid I don't lie to you, you know, about what's happening. You pull out a textbook. Textbook, oh, divergence. Yeah, that's certainly, he's not lying about that. Like, what, I mean, you know, I'm just, XRP is just gonna do what Bitcoin does. So if Bitcoin rallies to 70 plus because of the weekly divergence and all that, then yeah, XRP is gonna rally too, probably back to 129, 130. It's probably the greater end of your target, 130 from here, which is good upside. If it actually plays out, you know, you got a good 13% upside. I adjusted this channel, kind of find it a little bit. You can see some nice touches there. I mean 5 touches, man, it's beautiful. So they broke what they've done recently to this channel that extends all the way back to July last year, like a year ago when this started, this downtrend started. You can see they have broken that, and they have actually lizard. Oh, thank you, dude. Lizard. Thank you for the lizards. One good thing possibly about XRP could be like this little 105. They recaptured and reconfirmed it. They broke this channel, and they're holding on to the breakout somewhat. So you could set a stop loss on XRP below 105, and understand below 105, take your L and move on with your life. It's over. It failed. But if it stays above 105, you got 130. You could have 150 if things get nuts, or at least the 200 moving average could be tested eventually, 141. But this is underperformer. It underperforms Bitcoin, Ethereum. So you're probably better off owning Bitcoin, Ethereum. But I'm just saying, it's kind of interesting here. I'm trying to shift momentum shifting locally, maybe into the hands of the buyers. Not very a strong argument because you still have a tremendously lower high, the lowest high of the downtrend. So Solana, I mean, they're trying to hold on, you know, to this one little local level back from February, trying to hold on. It could continue. You know, it's just going to do what Bitcoin and Ethereum do. So not all these assets have to have an edge. They don't have to be set up for higher prices. They will just go. They will just, a rising tide lifts all ships, and the Solana ship will rise with the Bitcoin tide if the Bitcoin tide continues higher, which it is implied that Bitcoin's going to continue higher. Implied, but it doesn't mean it's certain. So.
At Vincent Lechapella 7432 super chatted $35.53. TR on NYSE. Thanks a lot, Mitch.
Please clap. Vincent, thanks so much, dude, for the 35 and change. Super chat. Tootsie Roll. Let me see that Tootsie Roll. I don't think we've ever cared about Tootsie Roll ever again since that unbelievable Gartley played out. My God. What's up, Dan? Maryland. Thank you, dude. Oh, I'm glad it did. Those small caps, man, are so effing schizo. One day we're gonna be kings. Next day, okay, it's over. We're going back to peasantry, and let's go eat some gruel omelets and sandwiches. You know, dude. The stems and the TNDMs and the Rivians, dude. They are just not for the faint of heart. I guess crypto might have prepared you for some of these smaller cap, lesser thans. Yeah, good year. Good one, dude. Good years. Freaking nuts. Nice. So anyway, I am really optimistic on Nvda. Bitcoin is giving, I have tremendous amounts of cautious optimism on Bitcoin, not for a pure full-on trend reversal, but for just, oh, let's run to the next resistance. Let's go test the 200-day simple moving average. I don't think that's insane at all. I think there's anything unreasonable about, oh, look, let's see, the buyers could push the price of Bitcoin to the 200 moving average, which is right now confluent with a major inflection zone, liquidity zone, 72.8. Okay, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility at all. I think it's quite possibly more probable right now. You have an edge of sorts on a significant time scale that implies Bitcoin might be going up 10% from here. 10. That's it. Yep. Chip Libert 10%, 15% candles. Dude, it's like, my God, you can't even look at them. They're so violent every day. They're so up and down. My God, dude. So those are your cryptos, and then we looked at the index. Look at gold and silver real quick. Hey, they had big pumps, and this is exactly why in the last stream, talking about bad trends, but they're so beaten down right now that you could get wrecked. You could get, and you did get wrecked if you were like wanting to, see them collapse. It's just they're so destroyed now. Silver was more so the one I was talking about than gold. They're just catching some relief rallies. They're back above these local levels, the 4,030 level, but probably will make a lower high. And I want you to see the supply line on silver. How I didn't even notice it really till today when I plotted it. Still maybe working on a lower high. Any rally will probably conclude lower than 43.81. That's all we've been saying. And it's really a really tough market to be trading in right now. 4,000 psychological level, I guess you could call it a local support. They're trying to hold on to it for now, and that's it. But silver though, look at this. Look at this little supply line that goes back, just kind of anchoring 1 and 2, and then today what they do, they tested it perfectly as a resistance. And so this is like where it's like, yeah, man, you can get squeezed hard. So maybe, I wonder if the supply line's respected. I wonder if this is where it dumps more. Still waiting on 54.50 for Tesla. They haven't done it yet. But yeah, there you go. They were up. I mean, silver was up 4.2% 2 days ago. Yesterday, 1.54%. Today, new day, it's down 0.5%. This is where things can get weird. Okay, after 4 days, 4 positive candle closes in a row, could be betting on a red close today. Yeah, I agree. Nvidia sucked the air out of the room. It does it. People forget though, and I think enough time has gone by where people have already written off and forgotten about Nvidia. It's like, dude, it's still number one. It's been sitting at number one for years now, and everyone gave up. Everyone quit because 8+ months of chop consolidation. And now on the tail end of all that consolidation, we have a godlike little structure presented to us. The momentum shift. It's there. It's like you take your shot on Nvidia now. Well, technically yesterday, remember, posted trade setup yesterday before the move today. You take your shot yesterday and you just set your stop loss and you go with God. And if it fails, it fails. Your stop loss gets triggered. Crap, took on an L, whatever. That's how it goes sometimes. But right now, man, it's like, okay, right, Nvidia, you got ace king suited. You got a good position. It's time to play. It's time to play with your chips when you have good cards. And I think Nvidia has presented us with a great hand. So anyway, but yeah, gold, silver, I look at them. Oh, 10-7 offsuit, Jack 6 offsuit. Okay, whatever. Not really cards to play right now. Big time. Hey, pocket aces right back here. November 2025, pocket aces. Flopped a quads. And then it was over eventually, yeah. So, gold, silver, and then we can look at U.S. oil. That continued. Man, it's V-shaping, isn't it? Crazy, man. Gapped it up again today. Dude, this thing is without an edge, just running away. Now it's above another key level, $87. They'll fill the gap probably, but man. Above this level, you typically see a run to 93.60. So yeah, I mean, again, we're looking at it and saying, wow, it's crazy. And this is kind of weighing on the markets, weighing on the index funds, weighing on everything risk on a little bit. But Bitcoin is not phased by earnings or anything like that right now. Bitcoin, remember the kind of our discovery, our analysis, looking at Bitcoin. Wow, Bitcoin just made 1 month highs, 5-week highest close. And then a couple days ago, the NASDAQ had just made 1 month lows. It's like, what's going on here? We have inverse correlation, like subtle variables here. Like, so Bitcoin showing some strength here into some other market weakness. And it's kind of like, okay, all right. With oil being so strong since I guess the first week of the month, Bitcoin doesn't care right now. So I wonder how long this will sustain. I think whatever happens, you'll get a pullback, and it would be nice because if you got a pullback, you'd have some sort of edge to maybe take a long. But for now, for the trader, it's kind of tough. Kind of tough, dude. If we look for the things we look for, it's just not really there on oil. But okay. Now we can look at the VIX that was down. Remember, we were memeing about the VIX up being an M shape, and like, thing got wrecked today. And who knows, man? Like, I could see this thing collapsing if Nvidia plays out, starts pumping. So yeah, whatever. VIX. This is, I think, more about news-driven catalysts than TA. I have this here for memes. I don't really trust it, or would never take action on it. And then the DXY, remember? Still waiting on launch. Bull pull, bull flag. They might have broken out. They might have broken out yesterday. Super strong, man. So yeah, super strong. They did break out. They broke out. Bull pull, bull flag. Breakout yesterday and kind of the back test today. This is like beautiful. This is like, oh my God, Richard Wyckoff's here. He's the man. He's like, yeah, dude, I am the composite operator. I'm painting this literally by the textbook. And it looks like we have an imminent DXY 102 plus. If the structure is right, if this is actually real. and make of that what you will. A strong dollar, not necessarily good for anything risk on. So this looks not great, because if you flip it over, maybe this is kind of what the Nasdaq looks like, right, chat? A little bit like a high, the same high, and M or W shape, and then lower highs, and this. Show you quad screen. It's kind of like, wait a second, are these last points of supply here? Oh god, sign of weakness. We're in the final phase of Wyckoff distribution on the Nasdaq. Well, the DXY might be saying yes. Oh god. Yeah, there is no hype on Bitcoin, thankfully. And that's good. Dude, I'm telling you, people have been so devastated on Bitcoin. People, like, there's so much time has gone by with Bitcoin only doing bad that, believe me, an unlimited amount of humans wouldn't believe the weekly divergence, wouldn't believe the 200-week moving average being recaptured, would not believe the accumulation that we've identified on Bitcoin locally lately. They would not believe the inverse fractal of 2021 that we were looking at. It was identical. Like, they wouldn't believe it. They don't, and they're not in it. They're not taking a chance on it. They're done. And they will be the ones to miss a 10% move on Bitcoin to the next inflection point. And Bitcoin goes up 10%. It doesn't change anything outside of some people increase their position by 10%. It's not going to change the trend. It's not going to make the more longer term trend right now better. It's just kind of how things work. So we're identifying technicals, and yeah, Bitcoin looks set up for another 10% move. And that's it though. That's it. Like, beyond that, I don't know. Like, I don't think there's any edge beyond maybe a 10% move higher. Okay. So we've gone across the markets, man. Okay. I guess we could look at Mag 7s. That was a bad day today. I mean, the only of the Mag 7 that was up was Nvda, which we already looked at. We looked at Tsla already. We looked at Google already. Did we? Google? Yeah. Google bad, man. Google down 3%. Up a little bit off the lows. Trying to hold on to that 328 level. Yeah, I mean, they might be looking for a $300 Google in time. Big M shape there. So we can go like Microsoft down 1.86%. Trying to hold on to this 388 level. If you lose it, good, because we want some sort of second test. We want a type 2 return of an M shape. Always looking for a confirmation low, and we don't have one right now. We might be near the conclusion of a type 1 reaction, which makes all the sense in the world. So just kind of, you don't have an edge here, and it's kind of higher risk trying to take a long, especially going into earnings. Earnings is going to be next week on the 29th. So get Amazon down 1.59% after hours. It had a bad day already, so down 2.7% total on the day. They lost 242, 244, unfortunately. It was 242. Yeah, they lost it. So after hours though. But yeah, weekly's good. We know the weekly, we got some downside. We'd still be all right. We could wait for maybe Amazon to get down to like 220. And that's where that demand line would take us. That's where it'd be, of this big channel going back to beginning at 2023, late 2022. So yeah, a little downside there could happen. Still make it the highest low ever, kind of. So not a big deal. Amazon reports earnings on the 30th, next week, according to TradingView. So yeah, pull back, and they could fill the gap at 214. The volume, that's certainly not a breakaway gap. No way. So they could fill that gap first. Wouldn't be a big deal. Look at Meta, down 2.58%, down another 1% after hours. Remember, they were in a downtrend here, and they hit the supply line of the downtrend, and that's it. So 602, 600 is on deck. We want a type 2 return, which means we would want to see 530 to 550 revisited. We want to see that again. We want to see something like this. If you actually want the harmonic framework, you probably want that, and then that would probably be a really good swing trade, position trade. So we're hoping for a pullback. All right, and then the last of the Mag 7 we haven't looked at today is Apple, that hit all-time highs just a few days ago. You're down 0.5%, kind of unfazed by the sell-offs on Google, Tesla. It's kind of more defensive stock. You know, we've seen it like play out very well with a macro-wide sell-off. So it is definitely anomalous of the Mag 7. It risks off and pumps on those days. So all-time high territory, man. Probably going to be there again. You're probably going to see all-time highs again soon. Earnings on this one also next week. Okay. Let's look at these requests real quick. Well, I think we had like 2 requests, 1 request, something. Oh, MicroStrategy. We can look at MicroStrategy real quick for memes. MicroStrategy, it's horrible, dude. I mean, it's just like, it's like a worse, uglier version of Bitcoin that isn't even good. They can't even break 101.86, which is a swing low back from April 2024, August 2024. They can't even break that. It's horrible. Like, it almost is like, man, if you care about the MicroStrategy chart, it looks like it's getting ready to collapse, but it won't if Bitcoin rallies here. I think Bitcoin is in a much better spot than MicroStrategy, but you probably have that low, lower low weekly. We'll see here. You certainly do. It's unbelievable, dude. It's so good. Like, if you care about the weekly, this is it. This is where you probably long. It just is. If you're a weekly bullish divergence on the RSI and it's so real, you could never deny it. You could go to TA Church, okay, talk to the bishop or even the Pope of TA and say, sir, look at this weekly bullish divergence on the RSI, and he would pull out scripture of Wells Wilder and be like, so good. Like the seller exhaustion, the low, the lower low locally, divergence on the MACD histogram to back it up. It's impeccable. Like, so I'm not saying I really like MicroStrategy, but dude, if you're looking at the weekly, it's very similar to Bitcoin. The low, the local, slightly lower low, around 80 support. It's like right here. It's like a zone, dude. 88 to 80 bucks. They defended it. They held it. If Bitcoin can go to 70K, if it's gonna run, then I think MicroStrategy buyers would break 102, and you'd have a nice run to 130, like 131, what you were talking about. So, so yeah, I mean, you got your slower time scales kind of implying that sellers are exhausted here. Like if you just plot it like that, and so you get it, right? It's a huge dragon, potential dragon, and then just showing you just the structure, how it's so similar to Bitcoin. Duh, go figure, right? Here's one low, right? And here's the second low, and the works. Still trying to paint it, but this is why you gain a little bit of confidence down here. It's so beautiful. Wells Wilder would be proud. I guess above 80, 88 bucks, your weekly setup is there. Kind of crazy, dude. Kind of psycho crazy. Look kind of like crap on the daily. All right, so 66K on Bitcoin. We got less than an hour to the close. I've been live 1 hour now, and we're gonna go to TR for Vincent, and that'll probably be it, man. Okay, futures at their lows of day right now, as you can see, scaled in. Not hot, man. It's like you got Nvidia by itself looking good until 195 is broken. We lose 195, Nvidia no longer looks good. That's what you have to understand. Everything is contingent upon data we receive day by day. And for now, Nvidia's okay. But like, man, it's just hard to imagine a world with the NASDAQ like looking like this, and loses this trading range support and starts melting down. I don't know how Nvidia can do anything positive. So I think this is just earnings right now, bad earnings report. So anyway, TR. Tootsie Roll Industries. Oh my God. Wow. Tootsie Roll. Look at this uptrend, man. This was the old Gartley and the Reddit pump and dump. They pumped and dumped it for us back when we had relevance. But dude, this looks incredible. Like, this is stupid good looking. The buyers recaptured the 200 moving average today. Look at the higher lows you're getting. Like, it's like a shark Gartley. I'm sorry, it's like a shark kind of. You kidding me, man? Like, look at this, dude. What the heck? Bro, what the heck? Dude, above 38.79? Is that it? 38.79? Yeah, dude, I think above that. Dude, Tootsie Roll goes back to the 1960s, man. Unbelievable situation. Yeah, inverse head and shoulders, like a whacked out one, but it's still there. You above, like, look at this. It's like that, man. Like 38.79, 39.30. It's the swing high from July last year, swing high from November last year. Like, if you break that, I mean, it's like time to go. And just love that. Look at this locally. Visible, discernible on the daily. It's just there. And it's just kind of like, what the F am I looking at? It could fail, sure, but dude, look. The trend's your friend. Long-term higher highs, higher lows. You're running, you're doing things. Key levels are being regarded as support. More lower, like more higher lows keep coming in. The all-time high was just achieved in April. This correction been ongoing for months. And where is it concluding? Oh, old resistance is flipping to support, and now you got momentum shifting back into the hands of the buyers recently. And it's like, well, the buyers have been long-term in control of this asset's momentum, and now they're reassuming control. So if this is real, I mean, $43.78 up to $45 is your target on Tootsie Roll, and it's kind of ridiculous, kind of freakish here. How about that, man? Nice request, Vincent, man, on Tootsie Roll. I mean, I guess your structure is invalidatable as 37, but for now, it's kind of a vibe. It's kind of insane. Looks better than a lot of crap that exists on the stock market. Let me see the Tootsie Roll. All right. So, that's the only request, dude. Like, you kidding me? We're done, dude. We're cooked. Welcome to reality now. I go live for an hour. We get one request. I go across the markets. I do what I can, and that's over. And then I'll see you again like tomorrow or the next day, you know, and life's just going to go on. If you ever wanted hype again, Bitcoin is the key. Bitcoin's the key, man. And the weekly is implying 70K, 74K, 200 moving average, 72.6, 10% upside on Bitcoin. And then you got the dragon. It's a dragon pattern. Dragon pattern I broke out. You're working on the dragon tail right now. So let's hope and pray. I'm not Chip Flipper, but it's just a lot more business oriented now, man. There's no parties, you know. We're not doing meetups. No way, dude. One person would show up, you know. But all right. Thank you for coming out. Thanks, Vincent, for the contribution. Till next time, respect the T. Hey. This is definitely what we'll be playing on the Weather Channel in the 1990s. Currently on Bitcoin.
turd nuggets.